Relationships have become fragile. You've probably noticed that for folks who've seen the evolution from maybe mid 2000s or mid 1990s compared with how 2012 2013 onwards things have changed. Perhaps you might even have noticed that relationships have become very fragile and people are very hesitant about talking with each other openly, and there's a sense of hesitation. There's a sense of lack of confrontation in everyday day-to-day life. I think we are happy behind our phones and laptops where we don't have to put the emotion in our voice or put the emotion on our face. We don't have that responsibility or accountability. Not that I'm saying that it has to be forced, but I'm saying people have, I think, forgotten what it is like to emote in person, what it is like to express in person. Some of the things that have changed over the past 4-5 years is how the social media has picked up. So we are kind of used to texting or messaging or communicating in means and ways that do not require face-to-face interaction. So what happens is when I send you a text, I'm sending it with a certain emotion, or maybe it's just a regular reply. But the problem is when you're reading it, you can attach your own emotion to it depending upon our relationship, our trust, depending upon where we are at a friendship level. If you have trust in me, you'll attach a good emotion to it and a good tone to it. But if we don't have a good relationship, that text or that message might make it worse because you're going to attach your own tone and your own emotion to it, and the whole problem gets amplified. This is one of the reasons, because we are going to attach our own emotion and tone to what we see and to what we read, and our perception supersedes the reality. You see what I mean? We are not living in reality anymore. We're living in perception. We're living in images. We're living in short clips. We're living in trailers. We're not, or rather, we're living in movies, but we're not living in behind the scenes kind of scenario. We're only living in that edited portion of other people's lives. And when you meet them in person, things fall apart because the perception is broken and you're faced with reality. This is one of the reasons I feel that relationships have become so fragile now and so untrustworthy. Perhaps even for some people it might even be a burden. It might even be a job to maintain a relationship. Relationships are going to be more and more fragile until we start believing and trusting each other. Whoever you're friends with and you have strong relationships with them, it's not easy to maintain good, strong relationships anymore. That's why you see a lot of messages and emails with a lot of emoticons, because people want to play it safe. And it's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying the reason why people put emoticons is probably they've gone through this phase where they realize that one-liner perhaps has been perceived very badly or perceived very negatively. So they're trying to put in the effort to tell the other person, look, I mean, I'm saying this with a good tone. Please don't attach your own tone to it. I'm giving it my tone. I'm using this emoticon and I'm reducing your work. I'm not going to let you attach a tone to my message. But most of the times, even that is misconstrued. And sometimes if you send a smiley, it's misconstrued as a sarcasm. And so many people, if like again I said, if your relationship is not good with that person, the person will do whatever it takes to attach a negative connotation to your receiving message. And if the relationship is good and you're even involved in an argument or a disagreement, it will be taken positively. But that has become a rare phenomena right now. And I am saying this because I face this all the time. And since 2012, 2013, I have noticed a decline in the way my relationships have evolved with people. The evolution of social media, the evolution of the way we communicate with each other, and lack of trust has made relationships very, very fragile. And going forward in the future, I don't even know that the concept of marriage will exist. Maybe it will become obsolete. Who knows?